We got to talk about this reverb word of the day. Tracy, you got something different for us today.
Yes. So, of course, we've been talking about it's Black History Month, of course. And a lot of the issues, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement and a lot of things that's been going on in our world, a lot of people have been turning a deaf ear to the fact that there are black people actually in the Bible. But people turn it around and say, no, Christianity is a white man's religion. Well, we have some pointers we're pointing out to you and our listeners that there are black people throughout the whole Bible, people from Africa. Yeah. We could trace the lineage all the way back to Noah. You know how Jesus washed all of the people out the way first, and then it was just Noah and his family left. But at any rate, man, we have a whole crew that went into Africa and did some big things, and we're gonna let our homeboy, our uncle, grandpa, whatever we in the faith, Pastor Tony Evans, tell us about the black people through Christ's lineage this time.
Blacks in the lineage of Christ. Deserving of our greatest attention is the lineage of Christ, who is the heart and soul of the Christian faith. Over and over again, the prophets prophesied that Messiah would come from the seed of David. As we've already seen, the Davidic line finds a number of black people within it. Of the 5 women mentioned in Matthew's genealogy, Matthew 1:1-16, 4 are of Hamitic descent: Tamar, Rahab, Bathsheba, and Ruth. The point here is not that Jesus was black. To assert such, as some black theologians and religious leaders do, is to fall into the exclusionist perspective of many whites, who would make Jesus an Anglo-European, blue-eyed blonde who had very little relevance to people of color. It would also fail to respect the distinct heritage of Christ. Rather, Jesus was mestizo, a person of mixed ancestry. It blesses me to know that Jesus had black in his blood, because that destroys any perception of black inferiority once and for all. In Christ, we find perfect man and sinless Savior. This knowledge frees blacks from an inferiority complex, and at the same time, it frees whites from a superiority myth. In Christ, we all have our heritage. Black people, as all other people, can find a place of historical, cultural, and racial identity in him.
Reverb, reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, well, to me, my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Tony Evans brought the word about blacks in the Bible.
Yes, and through the lineage of Christ. Man, if we had more time, you know how the pastor say, if I had more time, and they got to rub their pocket with the change and the church keys inside of it. If I had more time. But man, he takes us through the entire, almost pretty much the Old Testament, and then brings us into the New Testament, and how we are all connected as a people. But what I like about it the most is that the fact that black people don't have to feel so inferior at any rate, and white people don't have to feel so superior, like, hey, this is our thing. No. God died for all nations, all creeds, and you can find every culture within the scriptures, to be honest. Right. But so that we can put it out there, hey, there's some real powerful black people that came straight from Africa in the scriptures.
Yeah, dope, man. That's been your Reverb Word of the day, brought to you by Professor Tracy and Dr. Tony Evans.
Dr. Tony Evans.
They're working together now.
They in
collaboration. Hey.
Speaking of being together, man, we got a couple. We might as well just bring them together right now. Tracy, who? Let's introduce the couple that we have to us.
Well, today we have the Heinz.
Okay.
It's weird because my last name is Heinz.
Yeah, is this like the famous Heinz ketchup family? Heinz?
You know what? We may be related somewhere down the line. down the line, how it's spelled and pronounced. People may try to switch it up a little bit. Whether you have the black twang or the white twang to it, it don't matter.
Right.
But it's still the Hines, and we are popular and famous in the world, in the earth. So anyway, yes, we have none other than Markeisha and Bakari Hines in the building.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? How you doing, Tracy? How you doing, DJ Rain?
Now, I wanna ask this first of all. How long have you guys been married?
We've been married since April 2020.
No,
so
quite a year.
9 months?
About 9.5 months almost.
Almost. Now it's almost
Wow.
a year. Almost a year.
So that means you guys dated a little bit during the pre-pandemic dated, probably got engaged pre-pandemic, pandemic hit, and got married in the pandemic?
Right on. Precisely. We actually got engaged on April 18th, 2018 in Los Angeles. And we had to keep it a secret because it was on a show.
It was that was new. That was on like a TV show, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did that. It was on the Kelly Clarkson show.
So these people are famous. I mean, y'all been on TV already? Y'all just been married 9 months.
Right.
Explain the whole TV thing. Explain that to me.
Actually, that was my wife thought. Well, at the time, she wasn't my wife yet, but she thought we were going to a show, and she actually thought it was a casting. And by the time they figured out that she was engaged and that her fiance, she didn't know when I was going to propose, the actual casting director called me, the executive producer. She actually got a hold of me and said, "Hey, man, when are you thinking about marrying her? Popping the question, what if we can make it happen for you on the first pilot of the all-new Kelly Clarkson show?" And I was like, "Word."
Wow.
crazy.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
It went down like that, brother. She had no idea that we were going to a show or a pilot. She actually thought she was going to be an extra. That's what she thought. I had already rehearsed everything with Universal in the sit-in and everything the day prior. And yeah, it was big. And guys, here we are, brother.
Wow. So you proposed. This isn't like a proposal like during a ball game
Right.
or during a church.
Yeah.
This is a proposal on a nationally broadcast television show. And then the pilot episode at that. So they started off the
first show
with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh, that's
nice. Y'all got the ratings up. I mean, that
I
put a
wanna
lot of
redo mine.
that put a lot of pressure on you though, Markeisha. Like you had to say yes, but I mean, like, how did you feel?
Kelly Clarkson was like, "Yo, I hope she says yes, bro."
She kept saying
She
it.
kept saying it.
I didn't realize how long it took me to say yes. It was going to be yes, but I didn't realize how long it took me to say yes. I was in the moment and I wanted to enjoy every part of it. Like, I was like, he's not finished. And he wasn't. So I was like, why should I cut it off? Out of excitement. I was just silent in excitement and shocked because it's not what I rehearsed.
Right.
Well, that's dope, man. Well, we have the Hines family here. They just got married. They're going to give us some I don't know details about marriage. How does he be married in the pandemic?
In the pandemic, just planning a wedding in a pandemic. Like, how can you do that? Like, whoa.
But they obviously started their marriage off with the bang. Their proposal off with the bang. They must have some secrets that we don't know about. But we're going to get into that in just a little bit. Please don't go anywhere.
And then we got to play a Newlywed Game.
Oh,
That's a must.
We got to get them today.
Yes. Can y'all play a Newlywed Game with us, please? Say yes.
All right.
All right, we're going to do that and much, much more coming up. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Let's get to the point.
Inspiring, informative, and entertaining. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
I love, baby. I love, baby. I love, baby, baby, baby. I love, baby. I love, baby. I love.
Now I get it. I ain't even see how I'm tripping. I ain't even really see a difference. All I seen that she was with it. All I seen that pretty frame. Now it's time I think I run a game. Man, I hope she really feel the same. Cause rejection always leave me feeling strange. I stepped up to her like, girl, how you doing? She said, I'm fine, and how about you? I said, I'm good, I was just passing through. Said, what's the chances me getting with you? She said, slim to none. I've been focused on the man above. See, my last love, I wouldn't call it love. Her standard high, I just had to respect. Man, too early, too early. Don't rush it. Don't awaken love. I love, I love, I love. Don't awaken love. I love, I love, yeah, I love. Don't awaken. I've been looking for you. I've been patient for you. I've been hurt before, but I'll be trusting in you. Don't awaken love. Just wait, it's so much better. Girl, let's do it right. Cause it's something special. Don't wanna rush it. I know about it. All I really love is something about it. I wanna do you right, wanna treat you right. Getting myself right for you. I hope that you know there's no pressure. Take all the time that you need, and I'll be right here waiting. Don't awaken love. Too early, too early. Don't rush it. Don't awaken. I love, I love, I love. Don't awaken love. I love, I love, I love. Baby.
The Urban Gospel Show that gives you live interviews, the latest news, and topics that keep you tweeting. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends.
In biology,
In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me.
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't
From the Ad Council.
It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew's in the building. DJ Rain.
Master Minister Tracy.
King D3.
Tracy, I don't know why you brought this bread in here at this time of the show.
Isn't it good, y'all?
This bread is amazing.
Hey, yo, and I said if y'all can guess this bread, we might give y'all something. We got folks on the live talking about the bread of life. And somebody else said butter bread. First of all, it tastes like the bread of life.
It's
I'm
delicious.
be honest.
So
it is good.
I just bought in some bread. I was walking through the grocery store, and I know it's a season where I think some of our Jewish brothers and sisters, I forgot what the bread is called. It's on the paper, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It begins with a B, but it's braided bread. So what they do is they take it and
it's a brioche.
Oh, that's how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you for speaking Jewish, because I don't speak Hebrew. But anyway, they take the bread dough and they braid it like you're braiding a plait, or your extensions in your hair, ladies. You may know I'm talking about. And then they bake it, and it's beautiful and it tastes amazing. So,
well, it's amazing. It's great. It's great.
Go off.
All right, so we have an amazing couple, amazing power couple that's in here with us tonight. Let's get a little bit of background about where they're from. We have the Hines family in the building, Markeisha Hines and Bakari Hines. Miss Markeisha, tell us what do you do for a living?
Well, I am a actress, producer, and director, as well as an acting coach, worldwide, online, in person, COVID-free. And specifically virtually.
Nice.
Right.
She's very artistic, but she does things. A woman that makes her own coins in this industry. Mr. Hines, Mr. Bakari Hines, tell us what do you do for a living?
I am a songwriter, music publisher, for drummer, finikin, all of that. Musician. There we go.
Musician.
Okay.
That was stacked.
Yeah, when the beat was playing, I think one of the songs was playing, and he was back there like, yeah, boom.
Okay, good.
Like he was like creating a new beat in his head.
Yeah, we're gonna produce that. We're gonna monetize that one.
Yeah, creative.
When you guys actually, this is a creative couple. Did that pose a challenge to you guys? Like, you're in the midst of a pandemic now. There's not a lot of, I guess there's creative stuff going on, but you can't go to creative people stuff because everybody's telling people to stay home. Like, how did the pandemic affect you guys in that manner, in your crafts?
That's a true story. One thing about being a creative, when your back is against the wall, or when you're in a point where it's like, what do we do now? That's when your creative juices really start to flow, and it tests your creativity. So even though we can't go anywhere, we still have the internet, we still have Zoom now, and we can still create and do what we do as a service for other people. And it can be face-to-face, virtually, and we don't have to worry about it. I may not be able to produce a play in person or have people come and see it unless, I just do in the parking lot and everyone is in their car or something like that.
Right.
Idea. But,
nice.
Creative. So we think under pressure, we thrive.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
man.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Now,
everything my wife said, it's the same. Go ahead.
I had this question in mind. How do you pick like where to live? Because I'm pretty sure you guys had to find a life, start creating a life together. You live over here, somebody lives over here. How do y'all pick who stays where?
So honestly, it's the Holy Spirit. I'm being real. And this is why we say that everywhere you go, whether it's Hollywood, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Tallahassee, wherever it is, there can be an opportunity there. But is that the opportunity for you? So even though I wanted to move to LA, I know for me, when I first got out of high school and then college, and then my husband wanted to move to Atlanta years before now. But it was like, is it the right time for us? So we made a name for ourselves where we were in Tallahassee, let everyone know you there, be big where you are, and then move to other places and have God send you. So there's provision, there's favor, there are no gatekeepers, and the doors are open for you.
Yeah.
So we don't have to struggle for what the other people will struggle for if they just move just because.
Amen. Come on with the Holy Ghost. Come on. I love nice and saved artists and people who they have God at the core of what they do. I mean, for real, because it proves that God is real in the earth no matter what you do, no matter what entity you're in and what you put your hands to, that God is still working even in that. I love it.
Now, explain to me, how did God work out this wedding in the pandemic? Because nobody's supposed to get married in the pandemic. How did y'all pull that off? I mean, was it like a traditional wedding? Y'all rent out a big hall? What, like, how did y'all pull off a wedding in the pandemic?
Well, first tell us your first plans, and then tell us what you ended up pulling out.
So I'll let my wife break all the logistics down, but in the beginning, we had planned for a 350-seater wedding. This both of our So we had to cancel a 350-seater. She had to cancel her bachelorette party. I had no bachelor party.
Before then, it was going to be, biasly speaking, the wedding of all weddings. I mean,
fire jugglers.
Listen,
Are you serious?
I mean, it's like servers when you come in, whether you want some sparkling grape juice or some nice wine, liver hors d'oeuvres. So somebody probably's going to take this idea, but that's okay because it's for you now. It was just going to be amazing, like an experience, and we wanted to bring Hollywood and our life together so everyone can experience a piece of what we feel like life is. It's just amazing to experience that and to be catered to. It's like God caters to us through favor, through wisdom, through blessings. And we wanted to give everybody a piece of that. It was going to be dope.
Wow. That sounded like it was going to be loud.
Yeah. What happened was we actually had to go downtown and do it the old-fashioned way.
I do.
And swear with the clerk. But God still, gave us favor. And we were able to take our party and invite our wedding party to do some wonderful, beautiful photos with Marcus Duvall that we laid out, and it was beautiful.
We had a very intimate ceremony. Less than 10 people at church. It was just us, our pastor, my mom, and 5 other people.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Wow.
But
And that's, you know what? I want to point that out because y'all still married. It still works. It's
We
the same
still
thing.
married though. Happily.
People are hung up over, like, I still got to have the big wedding.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down to the courthouse. I'm not going to go to the Justice of Peace. I'm not going to go to the church where it's just the pastor, me and him. And really, that's all it was supposed to be anyway. We took it and expanded upon that.
He at the midpoint, like,
and added 350 people to it.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
This one. That is, my perspective changed, entire perspective from the beginning to now. And I have to be honest, we had to cancel our entire wedding 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
So a lot was invested, a lot of time, a lot of energy, money, all of that. So for me, it hurt, but it didn't hurt when we had to change the date or cancel it twice by that. But it was
so
like
you're playing
2
two
weeks
dates.
later
So
where
you had one date and you had 2 more dates because of the information that they were giving out. Like, you know what? The pandemic is going to last for only 2 weeks, so we could push it back. It's going to last for a month, so we could push it back. This thing will be gone out of the way by, and then
Easter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
it
hurt like heavily. And the fact of, I have to be honest, I cried on Bakari's shoulder because it just hit. It was like a gut punch.
Wow.
The one day that you plan and it's just, it all crumbled. I feel like it just crumbled. And he was there for me like he never had to be there for me before. So in the midst of a pandemic, what was devastating turned out to be like a blessing. Because from there, our love got tighter, stronger. Our relationship became stronger. It was just like, it's us against the world, literally, a pandemic in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Good way to look at it.
Yo, Bakari, did it make you feel like did the feeling of a husband set in? Like, when did the feeling of, wow, I'm married now, like I'm a husband, this is my wife, like when did that set in for you?
Probably just a couple of months ago. Because I began to, because just a couple of months ago, because I be talking to my friends or somebody and I be like, my wife, instead of saying my girl, I usually be like my girl or Markeisha. They even noticed, it was like, oh, he ain't saying Markeisha, no, he's saying my wife, so I got to go pick up my wife, or me and my wife got,
Period. I love it. Look, we got some listeners on the chat checking in. They saying, but you got the prize, bruh.
I do. You know that, right?
We got other listeners. Listeners dropping heck of hearts. Some people up here saying and crying, like doing the crying emoji. We got somebody else doing the crying emoji. Great day, y'all. All right.
We sure appreciate it.
We're going to take a break and come back. They said they're going to play the Newlywed Game. Let's play the Newlywed Game.
Yeah, let's do that.
This is like the fun couple. Let's have some fun with them. We're going to play Newlywed Game when we come back. Stick around. If you got your husband, your wife there, let them play too. We're going to have everybody play with us. All right, don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
interviews, and laughter. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Garvey, get on. Right by my side. Hey, you been with me from day one. You make everything better, girl, you A1. Try to spend my whole life with the same one. I mean, spend my whole life till I ain't none. Lately, I've been out here making these moves. But all that I got is nothing without you. You the best, tell Kelly that I said so. Had to make you mine when I seen you from the get-go. You know that I'm in trouble if I ever lose you. So I'm out of comfort like a state trooper. And we can do whatever you like, it don't bother me. Long as you on my arm like an IV, I'm sick without you. Castle without you in it. It ain't nothing. No, it ain't nothing. And it don't feel right if you miss it. I need your love. Oh, your love. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. Too broke for the horse and carriage, but you been so down for the kid, I proposed the marriage. Old boy G card, I didn't turn that in though. Said HI the permanent, don't want no rental. Baby girl, why? You so loyal, only secret's Victoria. Never change up your story, I never need to record my feelings offended cause you tripping on me hard. Somehow you done did it, you came before the squad. You vote for me, I vote for you too though. I choose to curve the ones that ain't you though. I caught them feelings, I used to just duck them. Without you here building this empire's nothing. What's a castle without you in it? It ain't nothing. No, it ain't nothing. And it don't feel right if you miss it. I need your loving. Oh, your loving. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. I need you by my side, and that's how it's supposed to be. Cause me without you, what that ain't gon' do, no way. I need you by my side, that's how it's supposed to be. Cause me without you, what that ain't gon' do, no. What's a castle without you in it? Without you, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. No, it ain't nothing. No, it ain't nothing. And it don't feel right if you miss it. I need your loving. Oh, your love. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. You belong right here, right by my side. Right by my side. Right by my side. Right by my side.
Can't get enough of the Reverb Live Show? Listen to our podcast, available on ReverbLiveShow.com and on iTunes.
Reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, well, to me my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew is in the building. DJ Rain.
Tracy the Professor.
And Hollywood D3. I'm Hollywood today, baby.
It ain't for everybody.
Yo, we are here talking about love. We got the amazing Hines couple in the building, Miss Markeisha Hines and Mr. Bakari Hines. But we got to get to our live listeners. A lot of live listeners are loving this interview. They're loving your story right now. Who's checking into the live show?
And we in here crammed, so we're gonna do it. Sean _ Olivera. We got the Light 77, the Derek period G25, Giddy Zoe Queen, Sheena B. We got Kennedy 88872, Elder BIG, Summer Donner, Miss _ Bennett, and we got Miss One Stunner. We gonna hold some of them to later in the show. They in here thick, man.
They want to hear about this Newlywed Game we about to play. Before we get to that, Tracy, there's something else you want to get out there.
Yeah, I want to know. So we know what they had planned, but what did they actually do?
That's a good
Because I
question.
was actually in attendance to what they actually did, and it was amazing. I thought it was so dope.
Okay, yeah, let's hear this.
So this was like the second or third date.
Yeah, I have to change it. I got time to change it.
I know, right? After we had our private ceremony, because we couldn't have our actual wedding ceremony that we planned, we took everything from the very first experience, which was the proposal itself, all the way to the day of, and we chronicalized it and put it in video form and had it edited so everyone can experience what we experienced. Wow. And it was on Zoom, and April 22nd, 2020, listen, we put it out there, everyone got a chance to experience it. We had some great feedback. They can see what they couldn't see and what we couldn't say.
Y'all, the invitations were so cute. The invitation was so cute. Even the virtual invitation was cute. It was like, to me, it was like the royal wedding of the year. They had Tammy from Miami. She was hosting it.
They had a host for their virtual wedding?
They had a host in between, like connecting all of the pieces together.
No.
It was like you had to have that announcer, like, here comes Princess Diana with her white coming in the carriage to the Queen's Castle. That's kind of how it was. It was still even in a pandemic monumental. So
that's beautiful. Basically, y'all basically had a movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty much. We're entertainers.
Literally, that's beautiful.
All right, so check this out. Well, why don't you entertain us and let's play the Newlywed Game for our live listeners. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you a set of questions. Our live listeners are going to ask you one question.
Yeah.
So live listeners, if you're out there, what is your live newlywed question that you want to ask the Hines married couple? But between one of you two have to leave the room and not hear any of the questions at all. Y'all be on the team. Y'all decide who's leaving.
I'll leave.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, so we're just going to ask this question. We're going to wait till he goes out the room. We're going to give you 5 points per question. Who's going to write the answers down, Tracy?
All right.
Okay. Oh, there you go. All right, because we know Tracy kind of cheats sometimes.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't ask nobody from Miami to keep score, bro. That's all.
Somebody going to knock at this studio one day.
All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions. You just give me the response that you can come to. The last one is going to be kind of tricky, and then we're going to see if we can get our live listener question, if they can put one up on the board. All right, so first question. What is Bakari's favorite meal? Should be real easy.
Favorite meal? He has a favorite food, not a favorite meal, and it's corn.
Okay, food.
Yes.
Corn?
Corn, yes. Corn on the cob, cream corn, whole corn.
All right, let's keep in vein with that. What's his favorite song?
His favorite song is, he said, is the greatest of all time, which is Fight the Power.
Okay.
That's good.
Where did you go on your first date? See, hope he remembers this.
Oh, she remembered. Look.
Our first date, actually, our first time we were together was at my house to say, hey, let me see if I like you or not. Our first date was at the movies.
Okay.
Yes, at the movies.
We'll go with the movies. What was the first meal you cooked for him?
As a wife or as?
Oh, nice.
As a wife.
As a married couple, yes.
As a wife, the first meal was, I think it was thin pork chops with roasted mashed potatoes and Italian style green beans.
Why is she on here making us hungry though? Because she said pork chops.
She got sides with the pork chop. Anyway, all right, and then this is a tough one. How many dates did you guys go on when you guys were dating?
Oh man,
this is an extra bonus point question here. Just give me a number.
Yeah, a range.
A range.
A good range.
A range. I will say between 56 and 73.
For
Times 2.5.
66 and 73.
Oh, I need to do better.
That's good.
She said times 2.5.
So what number are we going with here? What number are we going with here?
Let's do between 56 and 73.
Okay.
So 50.
Okay.
You've been on game show before? Because that's like a strategic way to answer.
The price is right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do even numbers. 60. Let's do 60 and 70.
Yes.
Okay.
62.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. And then we'll give you plus or minus 10 dates. That's easy. All right.
Okay.
All right, so, all right, bring him back in. Should we take a break and come back? No, bring him back in. Bring him back in. Tell him we ready. Tell him we ready.
Hey.
Now, did the live listeners have a question?
I'm finding them. We're gonna let you know for sure.
All right, so bring Bakari in. Bakari,
All right.
we asked your lovely wife several questions about you, about your relationship. Did they have?
Yeah, they did. They wanted to know from Bakari, one of the live listeners wanted to know, when did you know that Markeisha was your wife?
Nice question. Let's just do that. This is not even part of the game. This is just knowledge.
When did I know she was my wife?
Yeah, when
Right.
you
Soon
know
as I
what,
saw her.
This is the one right here.
Answer
Soon
good.
as I
That's
saw
the
her.
lady asking.
Soon as I saw her.
On
Okay.
first sight?
Yeah, because when I saw her, I was like, hey, God, I'm talking to God in my head. I'm like, God, if that's her, I was like, give it to me. Just like that.
Talk about married at
And-
first sight.
Talk about a relationship
That's a
with God.
Where did you see
I
her?
really said that. I was like, if that's my wife, then let everything happen that's supposed to happen in order for us to be married. I'm talking about, I had in like 10 seconds. I saw her. I was working at a different spot at the time. And I told my manager at the time, I said, that lady right there, I said, give her my number. Just like that. I said, pass her my number and tell her to give me a call. I want to meet her. Just like that. But I had already made my, I was like, yeah, I was like, that's my wife right there. Like most men know, we know our wife from a woman or a lady who we would just want to date.
True.
Like most men know, you know,
Yeah, that's
after it can take the first date or the second date or the first time or whatever, but we automatically already know who's wife and who's not.
Yeah.
Boom.
Even if she says no the first time, the second time, or the third time, it don't even matter.
Hey, because I already know God, I already speak those things into existence as though.
Facts.
I had already spoke over my whole life.
I know that's
There you
right.
go. All right, now, brother. Well, I hope God help you with these answers right here. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's do this. So, what was the first? Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite food? Let's see how well she knows you.
Corn.
He's got it right. I can't
Oh,
believe.
okay, bro.
Bro, I am up here like, he really like corn.
Yeah,
It ain't
one of
like
the list-
fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, it ain't like
Said corn.
beans, smothered pork chops. It's corn.
Corn.
My goodness.
You got it right. You got
Yeah,
it right.
finish
All
it.
right, they get 5 points for that.
Okay.
What is your favorite song?
Fight the power.
Great.
Were you standing by
Public
the
Enemy.
door? Were you standing by the door
Nah.
hearing the answers?
She know what my favorite record is because I told her I've been around musicians my whole life. I've, created with different musicians, but I told her that record there stands up against any record that means anything to our society and our people.
Nice. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
All right, 2 for
It
2
moves
right now.
to
We're talking to the Hines couple. They're playing a Newlywed Game here. They just got 2 for 2, right? They got married in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Been married for 9 months. How long you guys been dating?
Dating for 7 years, on and off.
Yeah.
Yep.
7 years.
7
So
years
you
collectively.
You would know the man like corn. All right, so let's go. 3 for 3. Let's see if we can get 3 for 3. Where did you go on your first date?
Oh man, I forgot. I think it was the movies. Wait.
3. That's another
I
5
did?
points.
Cause I remember it, yeah. Cause I was a little more rough around the edges when we met, so it had to be the movies. I wouldn't have taken them anywhere else.
All right. Next question, and we got 2 more. What was the first meal that she cooked as your wife? Yeah, as your wife, what was the first meal she cooked for you?
Oh man,
that's tough.
Yeah, because this is pandemic, man. Oh man. Maybe I'm not even gonna look at it because I'm trying to remember. Was it spaghetti? I think it was. She cooked some mean baked spaghetti. I think that's what it was.
Spaghetti. I'm gonna go with spaghetti.
A baked spaghetti.
That's a baked spaghetti, but that is incorrect. She said the first thing that she cooked
was pork chops and mashed potatoes. I think she said Italian bread with it too.
Okay. All right. She's right.
There you go.
But if she cooking like that, bro, you sound like y'all need to open up a Heinz restaurant.
Right. I don't sound like no pandemic eating the meat. I can't about
You sound like y'all need to share.
All right, last question. All right, we're going to give you some leeway on this one. How many dates have you been on when you guys were dating each other? Before you got married, you guys went on a lot of dates. How many dates would you say? We're going to give you plus or minus 10, but you got to give me a number.
Over 50 dates.
That's right.
Yeah, you pretty much. Yeah, even if he just say 50,
he say
it's still
62.
there.
Yeah.
She said 56 to 73, and we made her choose 62. So
Yeah.
that's perfect.
She's like, you got to take me somewhere.
Man. Congratulations.
She got tired of chilling.
You said, he said you got to take. She said she was like, you got to take me somewhere. We got tired of chilling. I know that's right.
Yes.
All right, people. Well, we just played a Newlywed Game. Great. I think they won. Let's give them 100 points. I don't know. The points don't mean anything, but good job.
Yeah, man. Excellent job. Yeah.
Before we get out of here, what is one thing that you want to tell people that are thinking about getting married during this COVID pandemic?
I would say keep God first and make sure that, he's in it and you're getting, married for the right reasons. And, just jump, take a leap of faith. Don't worry about what your family talking about unless, they know something you don't know. And, like I say, as long as the Lord is in it, he'll light the path where it seemed dark. So.
That's that song. Don't listen to what people say.
Right. Don't say that.
Yeah. Don't listen to them now.
People, that's it for this hour of the Reverb Live Show. If you missed this part of the show or you want to tune into some of our past episodes,
Well, considering y'all been hanging out with the Heinz, you can catch up with SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. Like, comment, and share our material after you search Reverb Live Show.
And if you have any topic ideas, questions, or you just want to show us some love, hit us up at info@reverbliveshow.com. We would love to hear from you, boo.
Hey, that's it for this hour of the Reverb Live Show. But stay tuned. Stick around. Another hour could be on the way. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Don't let your children go without food these summer months. Family Worship and Praise Center's Community Development Program is a summer break spot providing meals to children 18 years and under. Visit our south location at 3624 Woodville Highway. That's 3624 Woodville Highway. We'll be there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 3:30 to 7:30 all summer long. Rain or shine, we don't mind. Stop by and get a meal for your children today. We have dedicated Fridays as Hot Food Fridays. Remember the summer break spot, 3624 Woodville Highway, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 3:30 to 7:30. We can't wait to greet you.
The best urban gospel show airing right now. It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
You know who it is. It's Royce Levitt. You listening to DJ Rain and the Reverb Live Show, all right?
What's going on? It's Marty and Fernie, and we're Social Club, and you're tuned in to
the Reverb Live Show
with DJ Rain.
Hey, it's Jessica Reedy, and you're listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Wow, what's good? This your boy D1, and right now you listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain. You feel me?
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Cole, and you're listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Everybody, this is your man Fred Hammond. You're listening to my man DJ Rain right here on the Reverb Live Show.
What's up? This is Canton Jones, and you're listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Yo, what up with it? It's your boy Bizzle with God Over Money, and you are now listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Reverb Live, your new online gospel show.
Hey, what's up, family? This is DJ Rain, and you're tuned into the Reverb Live Show, the syndicated talk show playing the best in Christian hip-hop and urban gospel music.